This is Nat. Welcome to FTW, First Time Watching. This is a YouTube channel where you'll be able to see raw, unedited reactions to shows and movies that I've been meaning to check out for the longest time. I actually have another YouTube channel where I react to music, either artists that I love and have been following for years, but also suggestions and new artists that I get into thanks to the people that leave that in the comments. I am actually a lover of reaction videos, not only music, but also movies and shows. Whenever I am passionate about something, I feel like getting somebody that is watching it for the first time, it takes me back to when I first fell in love with it. That's where FTW comes in, and that's the idea behind this channel. In the intro of this channel, you'll be able to see a mural of all the shows and movies that I am passionate about, that I've been watching for decades. And I hope to be able to build a new wall of the movies and shows that I'll be watching here. Today, for the first video on FTW, I am gonna check a show that it's been suggested to me by friends so many times. I have actually been avoiding spoilers for the longest time. So before we start, find a snack, take a seat, and let's watch Fleabag Season 1, Episode 1. POV. Okay, deep breaths.
You know that feeling when a guy you like sends you a text at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday night asking if he can come and find you, and you've accidentally made it out like you've just got in yourself, so you have to get out of bed, drink half a bottle of wine, get in the shower, shave everything, dig out some agent provocateur business, suspend about the whole bit, and wait by the door until the buzzer goes.
Okay. The intensity, I love this. I love her accent. And I wasn't ready for breaking the wall so soon.
Oh. Hi.
Hey.
And then you get to it immediately.
I was gonna say, it's a booty call, so like...
He's edging towards your asshole, but you're drunk, and he made the effort to come all the way here, so you let him.
He's thrilled.
And then the next morning, fully dressed, sat on the side of the bed, gazing at you.
Gazing? That's weird.
Last night was incredible. I've never managed to actually get up the bum with anyone before. Never found anyone I could do it with. Thank you.
And then he leaves.
You're not gonna see him ever again, are you?
And you spend the rest of the day wondering, do I have a massive asshole?
I think it might take me a little bit to get used to the constant wall breaking. It's been a while since I watched anything that would constantly look into the camera. I think the last show that I watched that did this was She-Hulk. And the protagonist didn't do it as much. I'm still getting over that a little bit. The size of her bum. I mean, you would have to know others to compare, so maybe, you know, we can leave it at that.
This doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, it's quite rare, yeah. I hate myself.
I think that I should take your number, and I think I should call it, and I think I should ask you if you want to go out for a drink with me. Fuck me, you've got a boyfriend.
No, we broke up quite recently, actually.
How the hell did he manage to fuck that up?
Particularly in places where there are divisions of tribe, dangerous terms. And there will
So
be difficult days
Obama is a
along the way.
turn-on, understandably.
It's deny minority rights
Oh,
to the nationalism that left
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Please don't stop me leaving. Please don't.
Okay.
Don't! You can't say I haven't tried.
what is she going through?
I'm taking that pot shampoo.
Not the shampoo.
Oh, he was just really kind.
I guess
and
we know
supportive
who
of my
messed it up.
work. Plus, he was really fucking affectionate.
Yeah, he sounds like a dickhead.
Yes. Yeah, I guess that's a yes.
And I'll be sure to treat you like a nasty little bitch. That was a joke.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. That was like, oh.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe that's what she's
Great.
into.
Wow. I can't stop smiling.
What was she late for?
Appreciate you considering us for your small business startup loan. As you are probably aware, we haven't had the opportunity to support any women-led businesses since the
Sexual harassment case.
sexual harassment case. And one or two bits and pieces I'm going to need to see some more on. It says in here that you opened the business with your partner and... I'm sorry, that kind of thing won't get you very far here anymore.
Oh, no, sorry. I thought I had a top on underneath.
Yeah, OK.
No, seriously. In this case, genuine accident.
I can see you, given our history, why you might think
No,
that's,
I'm not trying to shag you. Look at yourself.
That's even worse, somehow.
OK. Please leave.
I mean...
I need this loan.
Please just leave.
Perv.
Slut.
Wow.
That was a tricky situation. I mean, I get it because we're, penting up the comedy, but I feel like the thing is she didn't know, or she didn't remember she didn't have a top underneath. So, but because she knew about the sexual harassment, it's kind of weird that she could justify that she didn't know and that she didn't do it on purpose. But when she comments about his appearance, that loan application was over before it began. So I just hope her day goes better than what it's going so far, but I feel it's not gonna. I feel like this is the type of series where they show you somebody at it's not rock bottom, but it's like a pretty low point in their life. That's what I'm getting the sense of.
My sister. She's uptight and beautiful and probably anorexic.
Heard from Dad?
No. Dad's way of coping with two motherless daughters was to buy us tickets to feminist lectures, start fucking our godmother, and eventually stop calling.
Is it hers?
I'm wearing the top that she lost years ago.
Do you want to take your coat off?
No.
Okay. So, any luck?
Oh, God,
with,
can we just
with
have
the-
2
I was
seconds
going to
with the
ask how it was
I know,
going
I
with
just
the
don't want to
cafe.
talk about it yet.
Fine, we won't talk then.
Fine. The only thing harder than having to tell your super high-powered, perfect, rich super sister that you've run out of money is having to ask her to bail you out. I'm just going to ask her.
Okay.
I'm just going to ask her. I'm just going to ask her.
Are you?
I'm just going to come.
Do you need to borrow money?
No. Yeah, that's really good.
What is her business?
Sounds like it's really good.
Hey.
Oh, a cafe. She said a cafe.
Can I get you anything?
No, thanks. I'm good.
I mean, I'm all for co-working and cafes, but I understand that they... How many devices does this guy have?
Is Harry helping?
We broke up.
Again?
If you see him, I'm a wreck.
Don't get drunk and scream through his letterbox again. I have 2 degrees, a husband and a Burberry coat.
You shat in a sink.
I mean,
Thank you.
the people that know you the most are gonna remember those kind of
Nothing
things.
is ever going to be better.
Like, I actually have, one of my friends from, my entire life. If you would ask me, a core memory of them, it would be, when I took a picture of them a night out, she was hugging a toilet seat. And it was a clogged toilet seat at a bar. Thumbs up. Barely conscious. So definitely understand what's going on here.
Oh my God, definitely not. That does nothing for you. I hate that.
These are my clothes, Boo. I've been wearing these all day.
Oh God.
Oh.
Are you joking?
Are you joking?
Yes.
She's not.
Oh my...
It's really not that bad at all.
Oh, why
I'm
didn't you
sorry.
tell me?
I love you.
Opening women's mouths since 1998.
It's a weird way to say
Before
it.
we begin, please raise your hands if you would trade 5 years of your life for the so-called perfect body.
Oh my God. I mean, there's no such thing as being a bad feminist because of body image issues. It is a society that has norms and that pushes everybody to stand by those norms. So it's understandable that you might not feel comfortable in your own body, or that you might feel the need to change it, because that's what everybody's pushed towards, right? Like having a standard, right? And how many people actually comply with those standards naturally, right? Naturally, just because that's how genetically they are, very few. So the rest of the world is left feeling horrible. So it's understandable. I feel like from, feminist theories and whatnot, the idea is to be able to deconstruct that and to understand that even you might have good body image days and not so good body image days, but to understand that it's not you, it's just the entire system that's working against everybody. So, and I think Fleabag is from some years back, but I feel like there's something that of this sort that continues to come up in like regular conversations, even nowadays, 2024, and even more so amongst women and diversities about body image or body image issues. So I feel like it's important to just mention it, because it's not, there's no good or bad feminist when it comes to that, because it is your body and you're entitled to your feelings. It's just understanding there's something bigger. That it's not just you, that by you appreciating your body and loving your body, you're gonna fix everything. It's not gonna be that. The same way dieting and stressing yourself over the expectations is not gonna fix it either. Neither are gonna fix it, right? You need to find what works for you, while also understanding that there's a system at large that is gaining a lot of money and a lot of power of making us feel these ways. So, what's going on with them?
Oh, God! What was that? What did you do? That was terrifying. Never do that again.
She's feeling something.
Are you okay?
Their relationship is so odd.
I've never been in a fight. Well, I've been in a fight. I've never been punched in the face. I wouldn't jump down the throat of someone wearing something blue. It's just not for me. I'm gonna go for a whiz.
What's he talking about? Collars?
Same again. Warm up, or perhaps like a little cucky tail, or like another shot.
Yeah, or we could just go back to mine.
I've actually got work, another drink
Well, we
here.
can just go back to yours.
Got to be up really early, so.
Well, let's get you a cab in the morning.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, what the fuck is your problem?
Oh, nothing. I like you.
Okay, you're a dick.
Wait.
No, don't follow me.
You drop this.
Oh my God, she's like, is she the worst?
You okay?
Is she gonna throw up?
Are you okay? Sad face. Mm-hmm. You're such a lovely man.
Do you want to come home with me?
No way! You naughty boy.
Sing a song, boo-boo. Another lunch break, another abortion.
To be modern women. Let's never ask anyone for anything they don't get it. Deal.
Is this her exes? Oh no, her dad?
All right, Dad.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. I just,
Yeah?
That's nothing.
It's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning.
I've always heard this thing about the British not being good with their emotions and that kind of thing. But I feel like there's like this wall she doesn't want to cross, like this line about saying how she feels and like being vulnerable. And also at the same time, when somebody reaches in to talk to her, like her sister, hug her, she just builds the walls right up. Now she's trying to connect with her father, and his father is like putting the distance between them, right? So it's like there's always somebody that is moving towards the other person, and the other person is putting walls up. Sometimes it's her that is putting the walls up. Sometimes it's somebody else. The majority of the times it's her. I feel like this is the first time that we see her trying to reach out to somebody and somebody pushing her. So this is probably, I would guess, where her dynamic comes from. Probably the relationship with her dad.
Oh, fuck it. I have a horrible feeling that I'm a greedy, perverted, selfish, apathetic, cynical, depraved, morally bankrupt woman who can't even call herself a feminist.
You get all that from your mother.
Good one.
I'm going to call you a cab, darling.
The walls, right? She was able to, get there. Ask.
To be fair, she's not an evil stepmother. She's just a cunt.
Darling, I thought that must be you.
Oh.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I just thought
An expression of how women are subtle warriors, strong at heart. We don't have to use muscular force to get what we want. We just use our
tits.
Innate femininity.
Can I have it?
No. My self-portrait.
Oh.
Please look after yourself. You really do look ghastly, darling.
It's kind of a funny story, actually.
Oh, no, that's good. It'll keep me going.
I opened a cafe with my friend Boo. Yeah, she's dead now. She accidentally killed herself. Found out that her boyfriend fucked someone else and wanted to punish him by ending up in hospital and not letting him visit her for a bit. 3 people died. She was such a dick.
Was it a funny story? Girl, you're wearing your bra. Oh, Jesus. Oh, she stole the thing. That music is like everything's going to turn to shit. So that was the first episode of Fleabag. And I totally get why this series is like well known and spoken for, because the way that they mix the breaking of the wall with the dialogue is really interesting. Specifically, I remember when she was like with her sister in the auditorium, she was like, I'm gonna ask her. I'm just gonna ask her. And she's like, I can't, and at the same time, her sister like, do you need money? And she's like, no. I feel like that kind of represents how our brains work, right? Is if we would have like a microphone that records what we think, because we do have our inner monologue. I would say not all the time, but before we say the majority of the stuff that we speak out loud, we're probably thinking, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna talk to this person, or this is what I want to talk about. And I feel like that's something that is interesting to put a spin like that. I have watched one of my favorite shows, actually top 1 favorite show, is Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I draw a lot of similarities between this character and the main character of that show, because they're such a mess when the show begins. I don't know where Fleabag is going, I have no clue. But at least at the beginning, in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend as well, the protagonist was like such a mess. And somehow she would just do the worst things, did things that made no sense. Like here we have her stealing the statue, calling her stepmom like a C word, hitting her sister when she was going in for a hug, dropping her boyfriend because he was just too nice. So like things that you, like society would think are not normal, or like just going against the grain, right? And I feel like back in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, it was similar, because she was also doing things that you normally wouldn't do, things that you wouldn't say. For the people that have seen Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, they probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, she was like, first, this is not spoiler, but right off the get-go, she's about to become partner of a lawyer firm in New York, and she just drops that and just changes her life entirely just because of a hunch, you know? And that's not how it's supposed to be. This here, right? It's not how it's supposed to be. She's like, she has people in her life that are reaching out to her, and she's not letting them in. When she's reaching out to, I guess she's deliberately reaching out to people that are not gonna let her in, you know, like her father or her stepmom. I feel like that song at the end, it's like it's just beginning, and I feel like this is not even close to rock bottom for her. And that's also something that is very similar to the main character of this other show that I'm talking about, because they have a way of presenting the protagonist in a way that it's like, oh, just because you have a female protagonist, you think you're gonna get A, X, Y, and Z, and you're not. We're gonna do whatever we want because, you know, we can, protagonists that are women can be whatever they wanna be, and they can be just as messy or even more so than any other protagonist. I like that. And something that I also draw similarities is you can't help but root for her, right? She's behaving like in a weird way. You wouldn't expect these kind of reactions or emotions or approaches to things that she does or how she does them. But at the same time, you can see she's hurting until the end, when she's, you know, letting us know that her best friend died. We wouldn't know what was happening, but you could tell from the way that she's like shutting herself out and inwards. She was dealing with something that she couldn't confront. And you could also see like her sister was, even though they have like this dynamic that is very, you know, sibling-like, which is, you know, you've known this person for your whole life, you care about them, but at the same time, you know, like the worst of them, and you've seen the worst of them. So it's kind of like balancing those out, but at the same time, you care for them and you want to, you know, you want them to be okay. And like her sister knows she isn't. And at the beginning of the show, I thought, okay, maybe it's because she broke up with her boyfriend, because that was the initial thing that, you know, the show told us. But towards the end, when she's telling that funny story, which isn't funny at all, we get to see Boo in a different light. I would say from the get-go, you could see the I think it was 2 scenes that Boo was around. One was when they were trying out outfits, and the other one was at the cafe, I believe. And Boo looked like she was going through a lot of stuff. Like, you could tell. But it's interesting that she's both revealing the source of her hurting, the source of her pain. And at the same time, we're getting like she's dropping down, she's letting the walls down into her vulnerability. She's lowering those walls down, being more vulnerable. And at the same time, we have this music that's ramping up. And that music, to me, it sounds like chaos. I know it's gonna be chaotic. I know we're in for a ride. She's literally riding a cab, but I feel like stuff is gonna go down. And I'm really looking forward to the second episode, because I feel like this is such a great setup for a show. We've had so much to discuss and to comment on, and I really enjoy that. Let me know what you thought. This was really interesting. Before we end this video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And be on the lookout for the second episode of Fleabag next time we meet. And let me know if there's any other shows that you'd like me to add to my watch list, or movies. I have some shows that I've been meaning to check out, and I'll probably share those with you guys and see what other mixes between Fleabag and other shows can do, kind of to keep it interesting, because I'm just tired of postponing everything that I've been meaning to watch. And I feel like this is a great opportunity to be able to cross things off that checklist and enjoy some new media out there. That's gonna be it for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Not out.